You can think. That is huge. We assert there is one original formless substance from which all things are made. All the many forms found in organic and inorganic nature are only different shapes made from the same stuff. And this stuff is a thinking stuff. A thought held in it produces the form of the thought. The original thought of a moving universe first extended throughout the formless substance. The thinking stuff resulting from that thought took the form of systems of planets and continues to maintain that form. Thinking substance takes the form of its thought and moves according to the thought, holding the idea of a circling system of suns and worlds. It took the form of these bodies and moved them accordingly. Original substance moves according to its thoughts. Every form and process you see in nature is the visible expression of a thought in the original substance. As it thinks of a form, it takes that form. As it thinks of a motion, it takes that motion. That is the way all things were created. We live in a thought world, and the world is a part of a thought universe. This is pretty simple. This is not rocket science. This is just pure life. I have said that an individual gets rich by doing things in a certain way. In order to do so, you must become able to think in a certain way. Your way of doing things is the direct result of the way you think about things. If you don't like what's happening in your life, change your thinking. It's not her, it's not him, it's not them, it's you. You are a thinking center. There's something unique in this whole planet that you're a part of, in the whole universe that you're a part of. You're a thinking center. There's power, there's spirit flowing to and through you. You can take this power that's flowing in and turn it into thoughts. Yet you can bring the thoughts together and build ideas. That's what this seminar is. Have you any idea how many times I run these seminars when I was in the car all alone? If you are not satisfied with your life, if you are not making the progress that you want to make with your life, change it. Change it.
Can you hear me now? Let me know, please. I think I was on mute and I'm just talking to the screen probably, but welcome, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me now. So, welcome. If we are on day 5 today, and isn't it so powerful? So, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, you can see me. Do let me know in the chat that you can. That would be lovely. Great, yes. Yeah, I think, on mute and I was just talking to the screen, I think. But it's so good to have you all here. Today is one of my favorite topics. We're going to talk all about money. But wasn't that such a beautiful and powerful video? That there is nothing outside of us. And that is the truth. There is nothing outside of us. We all connected to this beautiful infinite source. And we can use that infinite source to create whatever we desire in life. Whether it's money, whether it is anything else, we can just use that. The power is within ourselves. But before I dive deep into today's lesson, I want to just kind of put some things out there. First of all, I want to have a recap of what we have done so far. I think that's very powerful. I also want to talk a little bit about that we'll be having Zoom today after this call. So any questions that you might have, that you might be thinking, because I've shared a lot of information with you, and I understand most of you maybe have not even watched it because I know you are watching it on recordings. But today we are going to move on to Zoom after this, and you can come and bring any questions that you might have for me, that you would like me to answer, that you might think, oh, what, I didn't understand this about paradigm, I didn't understand this about self-image. Although we'll go deep dive into self-image on days, that is on Sunday. The 2 bonus days start tomorrow as well, so do not forget about the 2 bonus days, because I think they are going to be amazing. You will love them because you will get so much out of them, because self-image is a big thing, and I'll be talking about that on Sunday. And tomorrow I'll be bringing all of the piece of puzzle together for you, that to understand, oh, what needs to happen now, what needs to happen then. Right now you're just getting all of the information from me. But first thing that I really want to talk about is, and also I've posted your gifts out to you. So if your name was chosen, and if you've been done, I know Pauline, you did not send me your address, so please do send me your address. Rest of the addresses I think I have, and I have sent them. So please DM me your address if I did mention your name the other day. Do send me your address so I can actually post your gifts to you. Rest of all has been posted today, so I am so excited for you to get them, because there is, I know I've said I'm going to send you gratitude journals, which I have. There's also a small token of something else for me that you will get. So please do open it with all my love and everything. So first of all, understand, if you are not growing in life, it's a law of integration and disintegration. You must be growing. That's the nature. Look at nature. Nature is always growing. Does nature ever stop growing in life? Ask yourself. No. Why? Because it's always growing. Anything that is wild in its form, like nature, it's always growing. It never stops, right? So it's very important that we also are growing, because if we are not growing, if the plant is not growing, what's happening to the plant? It's withering away. And that's with us as well. If we are not growing in life, that's not a good thing. So growth is important, because we are here, as we spiritual beings in a human body, but we are here to grow, because that's how we gain experiences of life. That's how we really, really, grow what we are meant to do in life. So that is, I find that so powerful in itself, because that's the development of life. That's how the life is developing. Look at our life cycle, right? We come through our parents come through our grandparents, our children come through us. So it's all of that. And that's part of life. It's always evolving, it's always growing. And if we are not growing, think about it. If you're not really thinking, like I said yesterday, be audacious in your thinking. Really be audacious in your thinking. Have the audacity to think really big in life. Do not settle for less. Do not settle. And today I know one of the biggest reasons people settle, or they do not take that next step, is because of money. They feel restricted. They want money, but they feel restricted that they do not have money. So that is very powerful in itself, that we give so much power to money, that money is controlling our life. Who feels that yes, money is actually controlling me? It controls your decisions probably, right? It controls your spending factor probably. It controls the decisions that you make. Can I have this? Can I not? So who feels that in their life that they're being controlled, that you do not have the control over money, but actually money is controlling all of your decisions in life, majority of them, right? Especially when it is something to do with buying a house, buying a car, or doing maybe going on a good fancy holiday, or maybe you're settling because you're still doing holidays but you're not doing it how you could be, because why? Again, money is really controlling you. And we have a lot of money beliefs. But before I get into money, I think it's very important to understand what is money. So what do you think money is? I really want to ask you to ask yourself, what is your definition of money? That's my first question. What's your definition about money? Type in the chat and let me know. What do you think money is really? Do you just think money is the bills, the currency that we have? Do you really think that's money? The notes, the bank transfers, all of that, that's it? Is that your definition of money? Or do you think money is something else? Money is just energy. It's a state of consciousness, what you are conscious of, right? So yeah, it is energy, right? It's a consciousness. It's a state of consciousness. So whatever you are conscious of, that's exactly what you will receive. And I know we are going to talk deep about self-image on Sunday, but actually your self-image, your self-worth equals your net worth in life. But if you truly understood that, oh, I just need to improve my self-worth, how I perceive myself, how how to, what I see I'm capable of. And I'll show you everything, like how money really traps us as well, because we have got such paradigms about money, and not to our mistake, it's not our fault. We've been given all of these paradigms about money, we've been given these beliefs, we've developed these habits and everything. So that's why we have got such restricted beliefs about money, majority of people, right? And because, do you know, actually, I'm going to give you one fact. Do you know, if you look at everything as 100%, because that's what it is, 97% people in the world are living only on 3% wealth, only on 3% wealth that is available to us. That's one fact for you. And 3% people in the world are living on 97% of wealth that is available. Do you even know that? Do you think, look at the number. 3% people are living on 97% of the wealth that's available, the money that's available in the world. And 97% people are living and surviving on what? On the 3% wealth that they feel is available to them. But actually, money is available to us all. But I will tell you why we don't receive it. It's according to law of compensation. And I will talk about that in a minute. But right now, I want to first talk about what is the definition of money. Someone said it's commodity to survive. Someone said it is the energy. Yes, right? It is a, like we have given, like before money, it used to be barter system, right? So, or you can look at all of these Bitcoins. It's the same thing. It's just an exchange of energy. That's what money is for. But we have given money so much power that it controls us. And not because we were aware of it. We were not aware of that. So today I want to break a lot of myths for you, because I think when you have that understanding of what really money is, what is it meant for, how can I have that relationship with money, that I can actually have that beautiful relationship where money is coming to me in ease, with joy, with speed, not with resistance, not with it comes and it goes away, not with that it comes and I'm feeling so much like I have to pay all of these bills. So my first question to you today is, what is your feeling about money? What's your relationship about money? What's your relationship with money? What is your feeling about money? What's the first feeling when I say about money? When you think of buying something, what's the first feeling? Is it of lack? Is it of abundance? Is it like, oh my gosh, is it doubt? Is it worry? What is that feeling that you associate with money? Especially when you are spending money, you're circulating money. What is that feeling that you get? Is it, because I remember myself, I do not know about you, but I know about myself. When I didn't have the money, I used to always feel so restricted. I used to feel that, at the back of my mind, anytime I would be in a supermarket, I would be like, oh my gosh, how much money is left in my bank account? Because, you're living paycheck to paycheck. So you, at the back of the mind, that's what you're calculating. Then the bills would come and you would feel so bad. And then the tax would come and then again you would feel bad. And by the end of the day, you're like, I've worked so hard this whole month and what have I got? Nothing. So you're always putting yourself at the back, and all of these bills, everything else takes over, and then you feel so bad in yourself. You feel, like you don't feel good about money. Does that happen with you? I do not know. That used to happen with me. Like I used to only have thoughts of doubt, worry, fear. That was one big thing I had about money. Fear, like that it's going to run out. I really had this belief for such a long time, it's going to run out. So what are the beliefs that you have about money? It's so important, because remember, I always say self-awareness is the key. So what are the beliefs that you hold about money? Do you believe money doesn't buy happiness? Do you believe money is secondary? Do you believe to earn a lot, I have to work a lot? Do you believe that I need to be happy with what I have? What are the beliefs that you hold about money? Do you believe that if I get more money, like rich people are not good people? What do you believe about money? Or rich people do something wrong to get the money that they have? Or if I will become, like I am a good person genuinely, and then if I ask for more money, I'm going to become a bad person. Like, what are your beliefs about money? Do you know why it is important to understand your money beliefs? Do you know? I'll tell you why. I want you to think of money as you are by a seaside, right? Literally, it's by the sea. There's literally, you can see the ocean there, the sea, you literally there. And, someone comes and says to you, you can take all the money that you want, like all the water that you want from here, right? And you've just got few containers all of that water is available to you. It's abundant, it is infinite. But you can take only what is the containers that you have with yourself. So, right, you might have a glass, maybe, right? You might have a bucket, you might have a bigger bucket, you might have a water bottle, whatever that container is. You'll only be, you can only fit in that water. You might make an artificial, like how we dig that, not a pool kind of a thing, but how do we dig that in sand and make that hole there and put water in there? So maybe it's that. So, but you cannot, do you think you can take something more than this that will fit in your container? No. Why? Because it's going to overflow, it's going to run out. Like, it's just going to overflow, and you will still not be able to get it. That's exactly what the concept of money is. There is infinite money out there, but you will get the money according to your container. So what is your container about money telling you? What is that financial ceiling that you have set yourself on? Like, what is that? Because I remember, again, like, I do not know about you, I'm going to talk about myself. When I used to be a teacher, of course I was earning this certain set of money that was coming every month in my life, right? Not very much, maybe 2.5 grand after all the taxes and everything. And then I was like, I need to do another job, because how will I generate more money otherwise? So I started learning about yoga, and I became a yoga instructor. And by the end of it, like, I was still making the same amount of money. Like, I did not, maybe 200 pounds more, but I was putting so much extra work in. I was doing so much, but I was just not getting extra money. I was still getting the same amount of money, actually, that was available to me. And when I came across all of this, and when I started understanding what money is, and money is, money has nothing to do, I'm a good person, I'm a bad person, I'm evil or whatever. Money doesn't care. It's my relationship with money. So if my relationship with money is distant, like, oh, money, like, my money is my master and I'm the servant of money, I'll always have that relationship. If I have that fear with money, that I fear that it's going to run out, or I fear that it's not there for me, it's not available to me, so that's what's going to show up in my life. And in a minute, I'm going to draw lovely my stick person, and I'm going to show you what happens with you when you are in contradiction. You might be wanting more money, but you still do not get more money. So then you struggle to succeed in life. Many people are doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and they're doing so much hard work as well, right? Because that's one of the beliefs, like, most people have about money, that to earn more, have to work really hard, right? So what happens is, when we have all of that, that is in contradiction to what we want. I think, let me just actually, I'm going to actually bring it up, because I think it's very important for you to see. So I'm going to bring the stick person up. So just give me a second. And I found a way how to, how to change, what do you call, rub it as well. So let me just open my iPad here, because I really want to show you what is actually happening with you guys. You're trying to work so hard. So my screen is going to go for 1 second. So do not worry. Let's see if I can. Okay. Yeah, I can. Okay. So I'm going to draw the stick person. So it's not very big. Oh, it's not very small. Okay. So where is the thing? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I just want to make it smaller for you. So give me a sec. Okay. No. Come back. I might actually do a new one. Yeah, that's what happens. It does not let me go to the new one. Not sure. Okay. Anyway, so these are the 5 senses. But I do need to make it smaller for you to see it, actually. Oopsie. Sorry. They're all my stuff there. Okay. So maybe you can see it now. Yeah, you can see it now, right? Okay, cool. So this is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Okay. These are the 5 antennae that we have at the top. Remember, we have got a thinking mind, we have a feeling mind, and we have a body that takes action. Action will always give you a result. It will either be a positive or a negative result. Remember, we spoke about this. So right now, your thought is that I want to earn maybe, let's say, 10,000 pounds per month. And by the way, if you're someone who believes that it's not good to ask for so much, that is again a belief. And I will show you what's happening. What is stopping your money? If you want to know that you are capable of more, but you're still not earning that much amount of money, it's this. So what is happening is you want to earn 10,000 pounds per month. It could be 20,000, it could be 50,000, it could be 5,000, whatever that goal is for yourself. But in your subconscious mind, you have beliefs like it's hard. You believe that about money. It's hard to earn money. You believe you are capped at, oopsie, you are capped at, oh, what happened here? You are capped at 2,000 because that's what you have always earned. Guess what? That is what your subconscious is used to. That's the financial ceiling you have. So the mind then thinks, oh my gosh, to get to 10,000, it's very hard. Let's forget about that. Or sometimes what happens is when you have 2,000 in your subconscious and you believe money doesn't buy happiness, but you want happiness because that's a wrong belief to have. Guess what? Again, it brings you right back. It won't let you. Again, then you think 1 month, maybe you're in business and you get to maybe let's say 3,000 in sales and you're like, wow, this is good. Now my money is going to start getting bigger and better. But then again, what happens is because you are capped at 2,000, the next month your money will go down. So what happens is again, in your subconscious, which is right here, I'm just going to do one more for you to just show you what's happening. Okay, so one more thing that's happening in your subconscious here is, I'm going to draw it again. So remember, thinking mind, feeling mind, your body, it takes action, and then you've got all your 5 senses. Now, remember what I said, when you were young, you did not have the conscious mind. This was you when you were young. And this is you today, now. Okay? So when you were young and all of things that were going around you, that your parents were talking about your maybe cousins, about anyone, they have money, they are like this, they are like that, all of that was going in you. And you made this concept about money, which is not even true. So that concept could have been poor people are happier because they have maybe simple lives. It could have been you have to struggle to succeed because you saw your parents succeed. So all of those, you were accepting those ideas. Everything that was going around you with money, it's hard work, all of those were happening right here in your subconscious. You accepted those beliefs. You accepted that to, to live a good life, maybe you just need to earn 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Maybe that was okay when when your parents were young, but not today, not in today's day and age. But you have this self-image about yourself, which you probably from school. So this is you probably in your self-image. I'm going to maybe draw it in a different color. This green one is your self-image, which might have been that, oh, I am not smart enough. Or your parents probably said about you that, where do you think money is going to come from? So you believe that, I don't have money because why? My parents do not have money. So all of those things that were happening to you, you accepted those ideas and you believed them to be true. So where are they? They're still living here, right here in your subconscious. All of your feelings about money, maybe your parents feared money. So you picked up on that fear from your parents. Maybe your parents, they believed that only money is for very few people. So all of those beliefs that your parents or anyone in your environment when you were young, all of that which was here and the self-image which you had about yourself is all right here, right now. It's nowhere. It's right here. But so today, if you say, oh, but you know what? Now I have better understanding. I'm going to start earning 20,000 pounds because that's going to solve all my problems of life. And that might be or might not be. That's a thing of perception, right? So if you believe that I want to earn 20,000 and I would love to earn, but you feel deep down that I am not worthy, I am not good enough, or you fear money, all of those emotions and feelings are right here. Guess what? You will never get there. You can want it. That's the reason. Why do you think so many lottery winners go back to what their old job was? Why? Because their subconscious does not support it. So you may want as much, And you know what? This is exactly what happens. I'm not sure how many of you are in a business, but I work with a lot of business owners, lots of them, right? And I'll show you what happens when they come to me. Let me just show it to you. What is happening in your conscious, subconscious to subconscious? Do you know actually your subconscious mind is connected to the universe? I'm not sure if you know that, but I'm going to show it to you now. So this is you. This is you as a business owner, or even could be in your job. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing with everything, but I'm talking about money today. And then you have a meeting with a prospect. And this is your prospect, P. And this is Y, U. Now what is happening is you have all of these beliefs and fears about money. So all of your paradigms are here. You might have a brilliant product or a service. Brilliant. It could be the best thing in the market, right? But when you get onto these sales calls with your prospects, what do you think is happening? You are communicating with them on these levels. So you're communicating with them from conscious to conscious, and you're communicating with them from a subconscious to a subconscious level. So you might be saying to them, do you know what? This is my product or a service, whatever that is, and this is the best one. And you're showing it to them. But then you go but you deep down, you actually doubt your product or your service, or you are in fear. It could be either of those things. You are in fear. Maybe they'll find it more expensive. Who else has got these thoughts when they go into a sales call? Might be my program is expensive. Might be they won't want this. Maybe they do not like what I have to sell. All of that is going around in the background in your subconscious or in your conscious mind. And you are communicating with your prospect. What do you think they're picking up on? If you have learned anything from me, you should have learned that everything is energy. We all know that. Everything is energy, right? So when you're communicating, your words, the way you speak is all being communicated to their subconscious. So what are they picking up on? They're not picking up on the words that you're speaking. They are picking up on your feelings that you're saying, that you are subconsciously, unconsciously, that you're passing on. They're picking up on your energy. And if the energy is, then again, think about it. If the energy is of fear, if the energy is of fear, if that's the energy in motion in you, what do you think you will attract? Remember what I said. Thinking mind, feeling mind, you have a body. Body will always move into an action. Action will always have a result. Result will either be positive or negative. But it depends, that results depend upon the energy that is in motion. So if the energy in motion is of fear, guess what? You will only get results on that frequency. If your energy was of belief, if your energy was of total belief and faith, that's what the person is going to pick up on. And that's exactly what you will get. This looks a little bit messy, but this is the truth. So then, oopsie. Is this making sense to you, by the way? Is this making sense what is happening with you? Why are you not getting the results that you want in with money, especially if you're in your business, or if you are on even if you were on a job, and again the same thing, you go to your boss and say, I would love to have a raise, but you go with all of that doubt and worry and fear. That's exactly what they're picking up on, and that's exactly what they're telling you. No, you cannot. But why is it? So success, money is available to everyone. So I'm just going to come back on the camera and I'm going to explain a little bit more, because I will go back to this again, because it's so important for you to understand what is actually happening. So money, as I said, is available to everyone, right? The same money was available to me when I was in my teaching career. The same money was available to me when I was young. But I was not aware of this. I was not aware of my self-worth. I was not aware of me. I was not aware of, all of my, my behaviors. Again, that's another thing of your money. I always say, Your subconscious is just not your belief system. A lot of people will tell you that it's not. It's beyond that. It's your self-image. And your self-image. Remember what I said? It's the root. So if your self-image about yourself is I'm not money savvy, your behavior will be like that then. So it's very important that you understand how self-image is actually controlling everything in life. So maybe you get the money and you spend all of the money, right? So all of these things are happening on a subconscious level and you're not even aware of it. So it's not that money is not available. It's not about the market. It's not about anything. Some people feel that it's the market. Some people believe it's the inflation. It's all of that. But ask yourself, on one street, there could be two same profession. And it's in every profession, by the way. It doesn't matter what profession you are, whether you are a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a teacher. Like in every profession, it's the same thing. You will find a person who's right at the top, and you'll find a person right, not barely making it. Why? They've got the same education. They might have even graduated from the same place. But why? Have you ever asked yourself why? Why? Do you know why? Because the money that you earn comes according to the law of compensation. So write it down. I think this is very important for you to understand that the money that you earn in life comes according to these 3 points. So law of compensation has these 3 points. Number 1, is there a need for what you do? And most likely the answer is yes. 100% the answer is yes. There is a need for what you do. Number 2, how good are at what you do? And the number 3 point is, are you replaceable? So the only point you have to really focus on is number 2, how good are at what you do. So, but if you do not believe in yourself, if your self-image is not a good self-image, if your self-image is, I am not worthy of this, if your self-image is, I am not tech savvy, if your self-image is, no matter what I do, I am never successful. So no matter what you do, you'll never be. Why? Because what is the second point? How good are at what you do? And what will dictate that? Your self-image, how good are at what you do. Why? Because it comes from a place of confidence. It comes from a place of self-belief. And that is the reason why some people who have even got PhDs, they are barely making money. And you will see some of these 19-year-olds on YouTube probably making millions. Why? Because it is their self-image about themselves. The net worth of your life is according to the self-worth you have about yourself. So, like I explained, what is that concept that you hold about money? What is that concept that you hold about yourself? Because, you know what, I've got some questions for you which I'm going to ask you. Because I think it's so important for you to go through those questions and become aware. There's some questions in your workbook as well, but I want you to do certain questions with me. And in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill says that actually no one is ready for a thing until they believe they can acquire it. No one is ready for a thing until they believe they can acquire it. What does that mean? You need to believe that you can have it, not a conscious level. I'm not talking about the conscious here, not the 5%, because every strategy works. Every strategy works. So it's not about that. It's the subconscious. It's really believe in every cell of your body. There's a massive difference between wanting more money and being ready to receive it. Wishing says, I would love that. Belief says, that's mine, I can acquire it, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And that's what I've been telling you. Are you 100% committed? 100% commitment is not that, I will do it when I'm ready. 100% commitment is, I'm doing it whether I'm ready or not. I don't give a F, literally, right? I do not, because all of that is BS. That's BS of your mind. That is your paradigm telling you a story. It's trying to keep you safe right there where you are, where you're familiar with. Why? Because remember what I showed you, right? If it is capped at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, whatever that cap is, 1,000 for you, it's not going to let you go beyond that. Why? Because it does not feel safe for you to go there. Because it's very unfamiliar. That's what it is. But how will you make it familiar? You'll never make it familiar until you start earning that type of money. So that's why you have to really become good at what you do in life. You really need to start believing and work on your self-image. And that's what comes with, like Bob used to always say, decide the lifestyle you want to live. So if you're still kind of catching up on recordings, still trying to refine your goal, another thing that I can tell you about that is Bob Proctor used to always say, Decide what type of lifestyle you want to live, what type of holidays you want to go for, exactly everything to the T. And then just calculate how much money you need to earn to have that type of lifestyle, to live that type of lifestyle. And that should be your goal of life. If you do not know right now what your goal is, I've literally told you in 2 sentences. That's how you really decide, this is the goal I want for myself. Just decide, this is the type of lifestyle I want to live. This is what I did. I was like, I want to have a lifestyle where I have freedom, right? Freedom that I'm not restricted to a table. Like, because I was, job, I was restricted. I had to go every morning in, do the work. So I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I love teaching as well. I think this is what I'm doing right now as well, right? Imparting knowledge. So I think that's what I've always done, but in a different way. But that way, as a teacher, I was restricted. Today, I'm not. Like last month, I did my live launch like this from India because my dad wasn't well. I had to go in an emergency. I stayed there for a month. I just decided, and that's what I wanted in my life, to make quick decisions where I'm not waiting that can I not, where I do not have that on my mind, can I not. And that's time, that's money, that's everything. I want to have that freedom in my life where I can just decide what I want to do. I think that's pure. That's what it was for me, And I knew that to have that type of life, I need to have a business or something where I would be able to travel the world how I wanted. What type of lifestyle do I want to live? And you just calculate your money, and you're like, yes, this is what I want to go for. So, like I always say, a lot of people say, I desire 10K months, 20, freedom, security, whatever that means for you, right? But deep down, are you ready to receive it? Why? Because you're still doubting. You're still doubting yourself. Am I worthy? Am I good enough? Do you have those habits as well, right? Like I will always say, I believe in delaying gratification, right? Before I never used to. Today I do. Why? Because I know what I want to create demands me to step into a different role of my life. So all of these things, there's no difference between you, someone who's earning 6 figures, someone who's earning 7 figures, 8 or 9. It's the way they think. It's not that they won't have problems. Of course they will. It's the way they think in life. What type of decisions do they make? What type of decisions are you making in life? Those are the questions I want to ask you. I want you to ask yourself, like, what am I doing with my life? What am I creating here with my life? So I've got few questions for you which I want to ask you. So my number one question to you is, I'm going to read them because I've got them here. I want you to, these are some negative beliefs, and I want you to become very aware and let me know in the chat which one really resonates with you. I don't deserve wealth. Money may change who I am. It's wrong to want more money. I should be happy with what I've got. Does that resonate with you? Any of those resonate with you? Write those down in chat. Get your phone out on notes, because I want you to become very self-aware. What money paradigms are stopping you? Because money is available in same for everyone. What is it that's stopping you? When you think of money, what comes to mind? Like I was asking you, what feelings come to you? Like, what comes to your mind? Is it money is evil? Does it come, it's only for few people? What is coming to your mind when you really think of money? What comes to your mind? It's hard to earn. There's a shortage of money. I'm stuck at this level for so long. What comes to your mind when you think about money? What is coming to your mind? What were you taught about money, about earning money by your parents? What were you taught? Was it's hard to earn money? Was it, just get a job, be happy with it, be content with it in life, don't ask for more? It's not good to happy with what you have. Okay, good. So look how that's keeping you where you are, because be happy with what you have. Don't ask for more. Because why? Asking more is not good. Be content in life. How dare you ask for more? It's not good to ask for more. That means you're being naughty. You're being, you're asking for more. What did you hear frequently about money growing up? And who did you hear it from? That's very important as well. Did you hear it's hard to earn money? What did you hear about money? Right? Rich people ask, money is the root of all evil. Like, what did you hear about money growing up? Because all of these are lies. Save, save, save. Hard working. Oh my gosh, yeah. But what are you saving for? I hope not rainy day. Why? Because if you're saving for rainy day, guess what you're creating in your life? Rainy day. So see, I don't have much money, but I know I will always manage. So this exactly is keeping you at that level. Why? Because I'll always manage. So I don't need more money to manage. So can you see how these are actually your financial blocks in life? And then I want you, and this I do not want you to put in the chat, this is just for you. How old are you right now, and how much money are you earning monthly or yearly? That's just for you. I do not want to know in the chat. But this question is for you. Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees. That's such a common one. So why it doesn't grow on trees? That's such a contradictory. If you really look at it, paper grows on tree, right? Paper comes from tree. So it's such a contradictory if you look at money in just in its paper form, right? Such a contradiction there. But yeah, money doesn't grow on trees, so do not spend much, right? How can you ask for more then? Such a wrong concept to have. So I want you to really ask yourself how old you are, how much you're earning every monthly, yearly. And then I want you to answer for yourself. How much money did you think you would be earning at this point in your life? How much money did you think you would be earning? So maybe go back 5 years. Did you think you would still be at this money? So see, Chetnam, people with money are not nice. Who says? I'm going to really break that myth for you right now. Why? Because money does not dictate people are good or bad. Money just magnifies who you are at core. So if you're not a good person, money is going to magnify that. If you are a good person, the money is going to magnify that in you. But this belief keeps so many people stuck. Why? Because we are good people at heart. And we do not want to be bad people. So when we ask like this, then of course what we're asking for is like, I do not want to be because I am a good person. So yeah, but that's not because of the money. It's who they are at their core. If a person is not good, they will always be like that. Whether they have the money or not, it doesn't mean money is just magnifying the power, the person you are. If someone is evil, money is going to magnify that. But look at all of these beliefs and how important they are for you to break through them because they are not true. They are false, something that has been sold to you. Like, remember what I said, it's all the ideas you've accepted. So I want you to actually ask yourself and be honest. Did you think you would be earning this money where you are, or do you think you would be earning more money? Type that in the chat. Did you think you would be earning more than where you are today? Or did you think in the past that, yeah, this is where I would be? Because both of them are damaging you. Both of them. Like, if, first of all, it's a good reflection. Oh, I thought I would be way ahead. I'm not. So that's a wake up call. That's a good awareness. But if you think, oh, I always thought I would be earning this, that is telling you that you have capped yourself unconsciously right there. Much more. So, like, that's an awareness. Why? Because you know you're capable of much more. Your soul is telling you that you are capable of much more. So how long are you going to wait? And then I want you to look at the last 5 years, right? 2025, go until COVID. So 2025 to COVID time. And just a rough estimate of how much money have you made every year? Is it the same amount, like roughly the same? Or is it a quantum leap difference? So maybe in 2020, you were earning kind of roughly the same amount you are today. Or is it a lot different? So I want you to have that for yourself because it's so important to again see how much money you have earned in the past 5 years and to see that there's nothing, it's not the economy, it's not anything. Some people in COVID quantum leaped, they made a lot of money. Some people literally went downhill. Why? It's because of who they are, not because of the money is not available. It's because when you have the right mindset, when you're open to receive and you see that money is everywhere, you will only see money everywhere. You will start seeing opportunities more. Right? So that will always be there. Like, money is always there for you. Always. It's you. It's not the inflation. It's not the market. It's not the economy All of that is a myth, because in this economy in itself, people are thriving. If you look at any country, each and every country, in every country you'll see people who are making, and you'll see people who are poor. That is in every profession, that is in every country, that's the same. There is no difference. And then, are you happy with how much money you are making each month or year right now? Are you happy? Yes or no? I'm very happy. I'm happy. Satisfied, not happy, very unhappy. What would that be for you? Very happy, happy, satisfied, not happy, very unhappy. So that is, again, let me know in the chat, which one is it for you? Is it you're very happy, you're satisfied, unhappy, very unhappy? Which one is it for you? I'm talking about money right now. Are you happy with how much money you're making every month, every year? And then, what would you say is stopping you from earning your ideal income? What do you think is stopping you? Now I've told you, I've really made it. Can be way more happier, of course. Of course. Right? So, what do you think is stopping you? Because if you're answering right now, and I'll be honest, that it is the economy, it's this, it's that, there is nothing outside of you. We live in a world of duality. Everything is a duality, like everything is a polar opposite. So there are outside laws of money and there are inside laws of money. The outside laws of money, of course, you know how the economy is working and all of that. I get that. But your money in your life is according to what is happening inside of you. What is your internal state about money? What is your internal feeling state? What is your internal subconscious shouting about money? What is your relationship with money? If I had to ask you in one word, explain your relationship with money, what would that be, guys? Put that in the chat. In one word, what is your relationship with money? Is it distant? Is it, I love money, money loves me? What is that? In one word, that your relationship with money. What's your relationship with money? Is it a beautiful relationship, like a friend, like a soulmate? Is it distant, like you're like, come on, I want more of you? Yeah, the only thing that is stopping us is us. There is nothing. For every level of success, every level of money, it is just us. So I want you to look at all of these, right? What you're saying. It's if it's a poor relationship with money, even if you earn millions, do you think you'll have a good relationship with money? No. Why? Because that's the relationship you have with money. So money will come, it's going to go. It's going to give you stress. So it's nothing to do with money. It's the relationship you have made with money. Yeah, you're earning the same money. Why? Because that's your struggle. So think about it. Even if the money comes, then you still have the same relationship with money. It's going to be struggle. So think about it. Now, I want you to see this, okay? I want you to think about that as if you were money, right? And then money is hearing you. Oh, I'm a struggle in that person's life. I have a very poor relationship with that. It's just neutral, right? It's all of that, all of those limiting feelings and the relationship you have. Would you want to go in that person's life? If you were the money's friend and if you were just literally overhearing, if you were thinking someone is saying you that she's such a struggle to be with, she is, I absolutely do not enjoy their company or whatever that is, do you think money would love to listen to that? And put yourself in money's shoes? No. So money is very deep, guys. I don't think I can explain you money in 1 hour. It's just not possible. Just not possible. Why? Because it is so deep. It is so, so deep. But I want you to understand the money that you're earning, of course, comes according to the 3 points of law of compensation. But those compensation points are dependent upon what? Who you think you are deep down. What your relationship with money is. What is your story about money? If your story of money has always been a struggle, what do you think it will be then? You think more money will change it, right? But what did I say? Money magnifies what it already is. Why do you think some people who say that money brings so much unhappiness. Why? Because they already have that unhappiness in their life. So it's a myth they tell themselves that when more money comes, it will be better. Actually, no, because it will only magnify what already is. That's what money is. Money is pure in itself. Money does not dictate you're good, bad, all of this. No. And when we will, tomorrow and day after, tomorrow I will again bring all of this together. The other thing I want to talk about is just a quick one. I know we've also got a Zoom call, but I just want to explain this a little bit to you. You need to start seeing what value you bring to the table. So when I'm talking about the second point of law of composition, how good are at what you do, it comes from a place of what value am I bringing on the table? Why? Because if you really look at it, if I look at it's, sometimes we think it's the hours we work, that we have this belief about money that I'll have to work more hours. And that's why we stop ourselves unconsciously that if I'm earning so much right now, 2,000, 3,000, I'm working so much already. And if I have to work more, how will I manage it? And one of those is an unconscious beliefs. But I want you to understand, no, it's not about the hours, because a neurosurgeon might even work less hours than someone who cleans probably, right? But who's getting paid more? Because it's the value that you are bringing. How can you give more value to other people? How can you add more value to other people? That is very important as well when we're talking about money. Like I said, there's so much I want to cover about money, but I just do not have enough time for that. The other thing I want to talk to you is about using your potential. We all have been blessed with 6 mental faculties. And when it comes to creating a better life, when it comes to really creating a abundant life, a prosperous life, because some people might think it's not about money. And I get that. Yes, it's not. But at the same time, money is very important, equally important. Why? Because some people say health, right? And yes, health is very important, 100%. But why can't you have both? Why can't you have health and money? Why can't you be happy and have money as well? Why? Because that's the perception we hold, and that's one of the mental faculties that we have, right? Yeah, it is a mental belief. I won't get the clients I want. Why? Because it's your money paradigm. And probably when you go on the calls, you're subconsciously transferring that to the clients. And that's what's happening. They are picking up on that, the prospects, and you probably will get a lot of money objections. So if you have okay, so this is one thing. If you get a lot of money objection, if you can already see that it's coming, it's 99.99%, it's a reflection of what's happening in you, not in them, in you. Because that's what you're attracting. That's the type of the client you'll attract. Not all of them, but I would say at least 90%. Okay, so when you are thinking to create a better life for yourself, these are the 6 mental faculties that you should really be aware of. We're all blessed with them. This is what makes us different to the animal kingdom. This is where, if you really ask me, the tools, the power that we all have been given, but we do not know how to utilize it to our best. So for example, imagination, right? You can imagine the best. But what do you imagine? Do you imagine the best or do you imagine the worst? Worst. Why? Because that's a programming. That's a conditioning. Then again comes the other one is intuition, right? You are in tune with yourself. But are you? Because you're so hooked up in everyday world that you're not in tune with yourself. Then comes perception, right? Like all of this, what you've just, the chart is full, but that's a perception you hold. I don't hold that perception about money. I don't hold that perception about life anymore. I used to, not anymore. So what changed in my world? First, the money didn't change in my world first. First, my internal world changed about money, about how I saw myself, everything, right? Then I freed myself from all of this. Like yesterday, I explained my story, right? How I saw myself as a victim and all of that. And that was my self-image. And that's why the money was equal to, according to what my perception about myself was. If I believe life to be hard, that's what life was meeting me at. But when I started changing the concept that I hold about myself, and I'll go really deep into self-image on Sunday, right? So when I changed all of that, then my money situation changed in life. Money situation didn't change first, and then I changed, then I changed my perception. No, my perception changed first, then my money situation changed. My story with myself changed first, then my money story changed. So it's very important to change your internal dialogue first before the money will change in your life. The money is not going to change first. It's you, how you see yourself, how you see your prospects. Are you going on a prospect call just with the aim of, I need to close this person? Because you're going with desperate energy. And that's why you come back desperate. Why? Because you've not closed that person. But when you go on a call with just serving and giving value, like I said, just giving value, they will pick up on that. And sometimes you're like, yeah, I want to work with this person. Why? Because that's the feeling you get, that I would love to jump on a call with this person. Why? Because they're just so giving. And that's why you're not, so the person who's delivering then, they are not in that mindset or in that fear that, oh my gosh, I need this. No, that you don't need anything in your life. You've got, your needs are already met. You would desire more, you would love to have more, but you don't need. So get rid of the word need from your life. So when we're using these 6 mental faculties, whether it's perception, intuition, reason, will, memory, imagination, this is what is differentiating us. This is where God has given us, here you go, the toolbox, create the life that you want. But are you using it correctly? Or are you actually not using it correctly? Because right now, maybe you're using your, like I said, imagination in the worst, perception for the wrong, right? There is no right or wrong. It's your way of thinking or my way of thinking, right? I could say to you, I'm not sure what I can show it to you right now. I could say to you, could say, oh, what color is this? And you would say it's black. And I would say, no, it's not. It's green. And you might say, is she gone crazy? That's black. But neither you are wrong, neither I am wrong. Why? Because you see black and this is green. So that's perception, right? Right now, whatever you've said, it's a perception according to the programming you have, right? But what you have to change is your perception then, how you perceive the world, how you perceive yourself. Then will is a very beautiful one as well. And it's not willpower. It's the will to hold an image in your mind. Remember, I spoke about it. Mind thinks in images. So what is the image that you hold about yourself? What's the image that you hold about your future? That's all in your mind, right? So memory, again, do you think about future memories or do you think about past memories? Because I did say, you have to leave the past. Like Joe Dispenza says that all the time, right? If you know Joe Dispenza, which I'm sure you know, right? I love his work, right? And that's what he's always explaining. You cannot be in your past because if you're in your past memories, you're only thinking from your past. You're only creating your past again and again. What do you need to create is your future. So what do you need to go? And that's where I took you on day one. Go into that imagination world, in fantasy. What would you love to create in your life? And then let's come back and look at the knowing doing gap, where the gap is. But first, you need to go in your imagination. So imagine yourself as someone who earns that type of money. And ask yourself, and be honest, I'm wanting to earn £20,000 a month, £100,000 a month. But am I making decisions like that person? Am I thinking like that person? Probably not. Do you think that version of you is overthinking the worst? No. Do you think they make bold moves? 100%. I made a bold move when I was not ready. So it's nothing to do with the outside. It's you. When I started working with Bob Proctor, I was just a teacher living paycheck to paycheck. Do you think I had the money? No. But I made a decision that I'm going to do it. And that's what is so important. To earn more, you have to decide how much you want to earn and make the decision to do it. That's it. That's what it takes. Decide how much are you going to earn and make a decision. I'm going to. But if this decision is not on a conscious level, it's like, no, I'm doing it right now. I'm not waiting for anything to happen. Like I asked you all, what's your age? Haven't you waited enough? Why do you want to wait anymore? You waited enough already. So then surround yourself with people who will get you the results, right? Who have the results, what you're looking for. So important. Do not go and ask your friends who are barely making in their life anyway. If you're going and asking for them for advice, you're in the wrong place. When you have a health problem, do you go to a doctor? Yes, they will give you the right advice, right? So go to the person who's got the right advice. The other thing is another one. Everyone says to me, oh, I want financial freedom. It's different for different people. So get clarity on what financial freedom means to you. What does it mean to you? It's different to anyone else. Your financial freedom would be very different to what my financial freedom is. And fair enough, it should be as well, right? Maybe yours is higher than mine. Right? Maybe mine is higher than yours, and maybe everyone has their own choice of life to make. So really understand this. You all have been given a gift and a talent. All of you. We all have that, right? We all have this abundance waiting for us. You just need to open to receive. And the way you open to receive is by becoming that version of it. Not just by saying, yes, I'm ready to receive. No, you have to become a vibrational match to what you want. Otherwise, it cannot happen. So I'm aware it's 9 o'clock and we will move on to Zoom in 15 minutes. So 9:15, I will see you on Zoom. Bring as many questions. But before I even sign this off, I want to say to you, we've got some calls, just very limited, what do you call, calls left. If you want to make that opportunity, book a call with us. And as I said, there are only three things: where you are, you'll get more clarity on that. Where do you want to go? And, and then we will see if we can help you find. If we can't, that's good enough, right? And there is no pressure. But if you think you would love to have a call with us, do book a call. It's going to be worth your time. I can promise you that much, right? But I want you to know prosperity is your birthright. It's everyone's birthright. We were born to be prosperous, abundant. So if you are not living a life of abundance and prosperity, it's not because it's not available to you. Because if that is a story you're telling yourself, because for a long time I told that story to myself, maybe it's not available to me. Maybe it's not, I should maybe just accept my life for what it is. And I did for I think maybe 20 years, maybe 18, 19 years. I think I accepted my life for what it was, what it looked like. And I was done. But I want you to know that change is possible. Your life is waiting for you. The only thing you have to do is, maybe ask for help, and there's nothing wrong in it. And maybe just be like, I would love to learn more about this, right? And learn for yourself. You don't need anyone, right? I always say there's enough information out there. But then definitely go with that decision that, no, I'm going to change my life. I think that's my biggest thing. No, I'm going to change my life. That's a decision you have to make. And I'm going to do it today. I'm not going to start it tomorrow. I'm not going to start it next new year. I'm not going to start it after kids' holiday. I said that story to me and myself for 13, 14 years. Oh, I'll do it when the kids are grown up. I will do when this happens. But no, that's not a decision. Remember what I said, that's a type B goal. When this happens, then I'll do that. When this happens, then I'll do that. And nothing happens and you never do anything. So what do you need to do? No, I'm going to do it, and you make a decision of doing it. That's one of the biggest things. So if you've not booked a call with us, do book a call. That will really help you gain more clarity. So definitely do that. I would highly recommend. There's nothing to lose, right? Maybe another 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your time, 40 minutes. But at least, you'll gain more clarity of what you really want in life and what is stopping you, at least. That would be another thing. So do book your call. And who's joining me on Zoom with questions? Who's got a lot of questions for me? Type in the chat and let me know. Who's joining me on Zoom? And the Zoom link is already in the WhatsApp group. And maybe I can also drop it here. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. Maybe I'll have to see if I have the Zoom link here. But it will be on the, yes, I can actually get the Zoom link for you. Why not? Give me 1 second. I can. So make sure that you do, make sure that you are, so let me know in the chat, by the way, if you're joining me on Zoom, and who's got a lot of questions, who's actually got a lot of questions. I would love to, I would just love that. And I think the Zoom link will be posted in the chat in a minute, or it's already posted. I think it's already posted there. So have a look, join me on Zoom, and I look forward to seeing you there. So let me know if you're joining me on Zoom. I look forward to seeing you on Zoom, guys. I'll see you at 9:15 right there. And the link is in the portal, please. And the link is also on the WhatsApp. So see you there shortly. Make sure you get a tea or something. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. So take care. See you.